Juggalos, holy cow. Merry Christmas. It's Christmas time of year. Welcome to episode 21, or day 21. Sorry, not an episode. Day 21 of the Brew Crew Podcast Advent Calendar 2022 Spectacular. I am your host, Matt, and today we're going to be drinking Streetside. Scars Are Beautiful. It's a New England IPA, but good news if you're wore out on New England IPAs, as I am. I just happened to look a little bit. This is made with Citra hops. So it's in cryo. These are hops that are typically found in WIPAs, but they're in here and they're engineered ones. They're Lupo Max. And this is a 6% beer that actually comes in a pint can. Let it refocus there. Just going to sheath that for its own protection and for your protections. And I'm just going to go with the crack. 3, 2, 1. I had quite a day today. So I'm just going to go with this one. Wow, that's better than a lot of the IPAs that we've been running into. Premium sauce, really? Come on, let's be honest. Really? Dramatic pause. Premium, really? Okay, so a little bit about Streetside. Streetside's out of Cincinnati, Ohio. And I went to their website at streetsidebrewing.com, and guess what I found out? In November of 1788, there's no way these guys have been running since 1788, let's be honest, right? They, at the intersection of a dream and a pioneering spirit, ignited Benjamin Stites. It says it. His last name is Stites. So go to streetsidebrewing.com and learn more about Benjamin Stites and 26 others. So Benjamin Stites and 26 other people, they don't get their names, only Stites, because they thought it was funny too, to found the settlement of Columbia along the banks of the Ohio near the Little Miami River. Do you think they were named the Ohio and Little Miami River? I'm going to leave you with that. So anyways, if you learn out more about them, the managing brewer and owner is completely Blake Shelton. It looks like Blake Shelton. Go check it out again. Sorry, Stacy, at streetsidebrewery.com/about. It's Blake Shelton. And it's Blake Shelton and a bunch of other judges from The Voice. And they really like the plaid and the red. Besides the guys on the bottom, the sales manager and the sales rep, those are the types of guys that I want protecting me in a barroom brawl. Like those guys, like when they built Men and brick shit houses, they combined these two. And I'm looking at you, Frenchie and Russell. So anyways, that's enough about Streetside. Let's get back to the beer. 6% on this New England IPA, so a little bit lighter. We've had some lighter IPAs, which is good. After today, I did a little bit of a pub crawl and then went and attended a Christmas party. And all over, like, we had the opportunity, go to my favorite bar in Ohio here, King's Table. Ah, man, they were busy. 64 people were in the beer line just to get service because you have to order at the bar. That's the King's Table gimmick. And then when I went to another fun Christmas party afterwards, and they had a couple. Emmanuel does a good job of catering to other people. You know what? And he has just a bunch of wet. There's no important thing to judge there. The big thing was, though, liquor-wise, he had some Romanian moonshine. And that was an amazing drink if you don't smell it. The taste was all right, but the smell was pure diesel. So, man, this is drinkable. It'll be interesting to see if it's pontoon crushable. If I juxtapose this to premium sauce, I'm taking this every time. They come in the same descriptors a little bit. Yesterday was just an IPA. This is a New England IPA, so it's got that haze. It's got a little bit more body to it. It's a little more adjuncts. Again, 5 or 6 different hops in it. So it has a little more to offer. Man, I'm stumped. It still tastes like raw, without being, piney or floral or anything like that. I'm not getting too much in that sense of it, but it's interesting. Wow. Silence makes everything bliss. Man, while I ruminate on this, let's go to Cason's. Let's go to Cason's review. So last night, or in the episode that I did on day 20, check that out, with Chuggalo Mikey, who helped me out, and we critiqued both their pictures and their charcuterie board. Jason of Case and Fame goes, I gave it a 4. I'm trying to pick out a distinct flavor. That's where I'm at. Like reading this, I'm trying to like pinpoint. And again, not pretentious. I'm not a cicerone by any means, and I can't get there. And Kate goes, I like this one. Nothing too outrageous going on. Goes well when paired with salty snacks. I give it a 3.5. So they're at a 4 and a 3.5. I'm right in that neighborhood. And then, we were talking a little bit, and we're talking about Western dressing. What are your thoughts on Western dressing, everyone? So anyways, lots of thoughts on supper clubs, which is always a staple in a conversation. If you ever want to do a typical Midwest or Wisconsin conversation, and you're trying to say goodbye, start on supper clubs, because you're going to be there another hour to hour and a half, because everyone knows a secret supper club, with off the menu specials, and they treat you right and everything like that. And that's the beauty of Wisconsin. Wisconsin has the lion's share of supper clubs, and I will argue anyone on that one, because there's a couple here in Ohio where we've been, but not like 4 or 5. Like you've got your grandparents' supper club, you've got your parents, you've got your aunt twice displaced over and her dog walker, and they've got a couple of separate supper clubs, but they're so rich in history and tradition, and all the people from Wisconsin will know and appreciate that. And of course, you got to get a brandy old fashioned. Again, I wonder if they make a beer comparable to a brandy old fashioned. We'll have to put that up there. JT, make a note. We'll have to put that up there with Ohio style. So anyways, back to this beer. This beer is crushable. It's actually a lot better than the previous beer. And we only have a couple left. After today, we only have 3 beers left. A Goes, which I'm excited for. Another NEIPA. So maybe, save a little bit, do a side-by-side. That's from Bissell Brothers. I think that's a shorty. And then another Streetside in collab with our friends from where we got this beer at the Barrel House. Off the top rope, I'm going to come in right between Team Kaysen. I'm going to come in at a 3.75, but this is a lot better, a lot more premium than the premium sauce that we had before. Again, it has the opportunity, being in New England, being a hazy, to hide the defects. The defects are there. It's a little raw on the finish. It tastes bigger than a 6%, and it doesn't have that clean finish. It's just raw, and it feels like there's a lot going on, and maybe it could mellow out. But again, the name, with Streetside, scars are beautiful. Maybe the scars are pointing out that the beer's not perfect. It's got a few blemishes. And really, that's the lesson, everyone. Don't we all have a few blemishes, but we accept each other for who we are. So again, off the top rope, Streetside, scars are beautiful, 3.75. Wishing everyone, hopefully everyone's having a good time. Our listenership, everyone's going to be dealing with some weather. I hope everyone maintains power and everyone is able to, warm the spirits, and hopefully we have an uneventful weekend going into Christmas. Cheers.